Development and not expansionism was PM Modi's message in his visit to Brunei, marking 40 years of bilateral relations. This was the first visit by any Indian Prime Minister for diplomatic engagement. For India's diplomatic engagement, Brunei is very important. Prime Minister Modi was welcomed by the Crown Prince of Brunei and received a red carpet welcome. Brunei is a tiny tropical nation in Southeast Asia, home to less than a half-crore people, most of whom are Muslims. Brunei is on the island of Borneo, separated in two parts by Malaysia. Brunei was a powerful sultanate during the 15th and 16th century, but over the period of time the empire whittled away, and by 19th century Brunei was struck by conflicts and piracy. Brunei became a British protectorate in 1888. Being a British protectorate means that the Brunei Sultan remained in charge but had no control over foreign affairs and defense, which were now being controlled by the British Crown. Despite being a protectorate, Brunei kept losing land, and the British were finally ousted almost after 100 years in 1984. Let's now look at Brunei's current economy. Brunei is one of the richest countries in the world. Citizens earn $77,000 a year on average, and they don't even have to pay any income tax. The state subsidizes staples, healthcare, housing as well as water. Education is provided for free. Brunei gets 76% of its revenue from oil and gas exports, and India is one of the major buyers. Looking at the map of Brunei, you can see that it is located next to South China Sea, and it has claims conflicting with Beijing. The coastline of Brunei faces the South China Sea, and it is located on important trade routes along with potentially lucrative oil and gas reserves. As Beijing claims the entire South China Sea, Brunei faces a conflict with China. The South China Sea has 190 trillion cubic feet of natural gas and a whopping 11 billion barrels of oil reserves, which could be worth more than $1 trillion, causing the Chinese forces to be aggressive in the region. Brunei needs help to protect its interest in the region, and it looks towards India for the support. India and Brunei plans to boost defense ties, and other areas of interest include space, technology, health, trade and investment. Brunei is also a member of ASEAN, and Brunei even hosts a space station for our country's ISRO. So working further as a close collaborator with Brunei and stepping up maritime as well as military engagement and conducting joint exercises would further boost India's ties with Asian nations and even boost our Act East policy.